Milwaukee is raining. All right, so everything everything I said about the rain, I take it back. All right, no, I don't. All right, this is good training. They used to say in 11 Bravo training, they said if it ain't raining, it ain't training. All right, you're training for what? For even as pilgrims. All right, so little bag over the camera. Hope that you can hear me. All right, Salakia. If it's blurry, it is what it is. All right. We are the Hebrew Israelites who come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America, the land on which we stand. It's getting saturated out here in California. All right. Floods are coming. The enemy coming in like a flood. All right. But the rainbow says that we're not going to get flooded, not with water, but that fire. All right. So we come in week in and week out to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, speckled bird. All right? Get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back in order. All right? First and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. All right? Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so, yeah, a little rain. A little rain is going to fall. All right, and right now it's looking at the forecast, it's many days. All right, they may try to flood us out. If they do, we're ready. Okay, the men of the Lord are ready for anything, whatever it is. We're going to endure until the end. All right. So bear with me as I, work in the rain. Use my phone here. Okay. Let's just go right there. Where the Spirit is going. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall lift up a standard against him. All right? Woo! So, this devil has got a planned date. He's very certain, right? And when I say this, devil, when you're following orders, the orders come down from the top. These top devils have many plans. They have a main plan. They have many contingencies, right? If this don't work, we go to plan B. If plan B don't work, we go to plan C, all the way down to Z. Okay? He's got contingencies. If it's raining on this day and our gear that doesn't work in the rain, we got to move to plan B. Like Vladimir Putin out there in the USSR. Well, it's snowing, but the ground is not frozen yet, so we can't move our tanks. We can't launch our offensive, right? And see, the Most High will thwart this devil's plans, right? Here it is. He gave the devil the blueprints and the thought, right? He put the thought in the devil's mind. Okay, hey, here's what you're going to do on this date. You're going to, and then the Most High stop him from carrying it out, right? Why? Because it's not the Most High's time. The Most High knows, first of all, knows everything, but he knows precisely when Yahushua is going to crack them clouds, right? It says, no man knoweth the time, but only the Father. So I might do a lot of paraphrasing today since it's raining out here, right? And trust me, it's not the rain. The rain isn't what's halting the program. You got electronics and you got books. You can't have the books out in the rain. If I had an umbrella, right? Umbrella kind of goes against the training. It's supposed to be out here doing it, taking it. And it's understood that sometimes it gets too cold out there. You know, a brother has to use discernment. But a little rain, hey, you hiding from the rain. Be different if it was, you know, blowing and the camera couldn't sustain, you know. If that was the situation, you know, you got to make an assessment and then use discernment. But what does the rain represent? Okay. Well, and this is a good rain. It's been raining since yesterday, and the forecast says it's going to rain like for the next 3 days. And a lot of times the forecast is wrong, but the elder in LA, he did a fantastic lesson the other day and a great breakdown of how they're bombarding the West Coast right now with these storms, right? And you're supposed to know what could actually happen. I read not too long ago, it was about 2 to 3 months ago, and this devil speaks in code too, all right? What he said is, in the next 10 years, it's possible that the Central Valley in California can be underwater, like a big old lake, which sounds impossible, but it's been done, right? It has happened before, right? So, if it's happened before, can it happen again? You damn right it can. And when the devil says in the next 10 years, he means next month, all right? So, I mean, you got to understand devil speak, right? He can tell you the truth, surrounded by a million lies, and then it's up to you to decipher what he actually meant, what he actually said, cloaked in deception, if you will. And that's how this devil gets down. Now, above all, we got the scriptures. We have the way, we have the roadmap to do what? To enter into our rest. Earlier, than the rest. Who's the rest? The 2/3. We're trying to get on that chariot. All right? In the little rain, little bad weather. That's part of it. Okay? This devil got that bad weather set up. All right? He's using his harp. This nigga's playing his harp right now. We got the new song. They got the Jew song. Right? Kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me. Sue me, Jew me. Right? They don't really care about us. That's all I'm trying to say. All they are saying is give peace a chance, right? But when they say peace, then sudden destruction, right, cometh upon them as travail, as like a woman travailing in birth. So nothing is going to be no cakewalk. All right? If it ain't raining, it ain't training. Right? Now is the time to fasten your chin strap. Right? Lace up your boots. Right? You're on the battlefield, whether you understand that or not. All right? And a little rain, right? Supposed to endure a little rain. It ain't snowing out here. You ain't out here freezing. A popsicle like what was going on up in Buffalo. Right? Little rain ain't supposed to stop this program. You're going to have to enable to endure until the end. Okay? What are the homeless doing right now? They got it all figured out. It's going to be a lot of homeless here in a minute. And these newbies, right, you get kicked out the path because the cost of living done went up. You can't afford to eat. You can't afford to pay your rent, the heat bill. Suddenly you find your ass out there on the street. Guess what? There's motherfuckers that been out here for years. They know what to do. They know how to get through every season. And they're going to be laughing at your ass. They know who just got out here. All right? Same thing with being in the truth. You got these newbies out here talking about we're in the new covenant. Ha! And the sad thing is that they actually believe it. Right? And that's a scary thing, I gotta say. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai that the Most High don't take not his Holy Spirit, because you can think you're in the truth, right? And you're really not. Right? You're out there pushing the new covenant. Hey, we're in the new covenant, still in captivity. It makes zero sense, right? We're out here teaching every man his brother in the rain, but we're in the new covenant. This devil is about to launch his major offensive, but we're in the new covenant. Scary. It's scary. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. I'm paraphrasing. And you see that don't fear the Most High. You're an actor. I had a nigga call me an actor in this truth when he's the actor. Oh, you're just an actor. I'm the actor. I'm acting like I'm in this truth, that's for sure. I fear the Most High. Okay? Basically, if you don't fear the Most High, guess what? It's going to come out. It's going to come out. The truth is going to come. We're in the time right now of all things coming to the light. Right? All things. What's today? It's Saturday, so that's 2 weeks. Right? I stopped drinking. Some people like to point at me and say that I have a drinking problem. Right? Have I been drinking excessively? A short time ago, probably. And it was time for me to, to put the kibosh, as they say, right? As far as Yiddish. To sober up. Not that I'm never going to drink again. I am going to drink again. Okay? But to be able to quit cold turkey and not drink again, could I not drink again? If that's what I chose, I could do that. It's when you can't do these things that you got a drinking problem. And you know what the funny thing is that it's always the person with the drinking problem sitting there pointing the finger at you saying, hey, I'm happy. I'm happy that you're about to stop drinking and get yourself together. It's a good, like you actually, like, I got the problem. Right? For example, my father, right here he is. He comes to the house, for a visit. We're talking. First thing I do is offer him a drink because he drinks. But I'm not going to have one because I stopped for a minute. Oh, it's a good thing, and I'm glad you're getting yourself. But the whole while, it's only a matter of moments before he reaches that line where he's talking as an intoxicated person instead of, and again, to be able to, okay, I'm going to stop today. Then 2 weeks later, and there's alcohol in the house, there's alcohol in the refrigerator, right? It's a test. Can you stop? Time to stop. Can you fast? Time to fast. Right? It's time for those things. It's time to dial yourself in. It's time to exercise. It's time to be what they call combat ready. Am I combat ready? I was drinking too much. I wasn't fasting enough. I need to do some exercises, some deep knee bends. I need to get my bad knee back. I got to rehabilitate. I got to do some hands-on, some laying on of hands, and strengthen. Why? Hey, be ye even as pilgrims. Let's get there. That's what. See, and what is coming? Let me say this too. All right, there are brothers out there that do the work, right? And it's their job to do large rebuking and different things, right? And The Spirit is on me to let them do that, while I do things like, here's what's coming, here's where we're going, right? Because every man has his portion, and that's a good thing. Be ye even as Second Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Who is this people? Well, starting from the top, it's the elect of the children of Israel. Make you ready to thy battle. Uh-oh. There's that battle. What do you got to be? Combat ready. You got to have your boots on, the helmet of salvation, and in those evils, what evils? That war that you're in. Remember? Wake the fuck up. Okay? You're in that war. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Hey, that battle. Okay? You have to prepare your mind, your heart, if you will, for the battle. What battle? You're in a war. But wait a minute, don't talk about war. You can't talk, all right, brother. You can't talk about war all the time. You got to switch it up. Well, if that were true, the elder apostle Tahar would have said, hey, Akka, you can't make a series about World War III. Instead of saying this brother got a series, right? He would have said, hey, you can't always just talk about, well, what can you do? What is the scripture? What would Yahushua do? Balance. Balance. Wait a minute. First of all, Yahweh is a man of war. But you can't always just talk about war. Is not the whole Bible about war and this battle against your enemy? When you go to war, who do you go to war with? You go to war with your enemy. So how do you respond to somebody that says you can't talk about war? Well, every time you go out on to camp, let's call it base camp. Camp. These are military words. Be ye even as a good soldier of Yahushua. And I'm not getting on anybody. What I'm doing is I'm pointing towards the fact. Not only are you in a war, the battle has already begun. All right? There's psychological warfare. Right? There's chemical warfare, biological warfare that's being waged against you now, going way back. All right, brothers. I know y'all talking about me. He crazy. He said this. He said this. I'm supposed to look like a crazy. Look at that crazy one. He don't even have to be out here. Shit. Shit. When have you not seen me out here? When you ain't out here. All right, brothers. war, man. This battle. Pilgrims, be ye even, isn't it time to be pilgrims? Right? A man on a mission, a mission from, we're on a mission from God. The Blues Brothers, right? If you know anything about the Blues Brothers, right, go watch the Blues Brothers. They go see the Penguin, right? Who is the Penguin? The Penguin is a nun. They go to the nun, right? You got Cab Calloway, right? And from the front of the movie all the way to the back, Dan Aykroyd keeps saying, we're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God. Right? And the thing about the Blues Brothers is that you got Jake. Jake is a big part of the Blues Brothers. And this is what, I watched the movie Elvis the other day. The movie Elvis, which Elvis wasn't Jake. If you don't understand that, then you need to go do some spiritual exercises. Lisa Marie wasn't Jake. All right? The one that married Michael Jackson to Jake. But anyway, watch the movie Elvis. They actually do tell the truth about Jake. They say that Elvis, right, wound up living amongst the niggas, right? In the hood, they would have one or two houses that were designed and designated for so-called white people, right? It was so bad for this white family that they had to live amongst the niggas, right? If you're spiritual, you understand right away. Let's talk about Jake. They were catching the same hell as the other Israelites. Okay? You notice these things when you're spiritual and you're in the truth. You notice these things about movies. All right? So just like the Blues Brothers, hey, we're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God, right? The Blues Brothers had to go check in. Blues Brothers, a couple of white boys, which Belushi. I believe Belushi was an Italian, right? And he was funny. He was crazy. He had to be a Jake. He had a little swag on him, right? Probably a Jake, if you understand. Anyway, Blues Brothers is a big old movie. Aretha. You go down the line. They had Ray Charles. There was a big black cast, if you will. It was basically about, they're telling the truth about the blues, which is, what is the blues? The blues comes out of slavery. I got the blues. Da, 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 da. The blues is the same as a gospel, right? It's all wicked. Most High don't want to hear that shit. But praying to Caesar Borgia and singing songs for Caesar Borgia is just as wicked as singing the blues. It's the same thing. All right? Unless you're singing the new song, and the new song is about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, it's wicked. All right? Now, what is the blues? The godfather of the blues, Robert Johnson, went down to the crossroads and sold his soul to the devil. What does that mean? They're still making money off of Robert Johnson today. Did he make any money? No, he signed over his publishing to the so-called white man. That's what it means to sell your soul to the devil in the record business. All right? But the whole movie Elvis, what was it about? It was about an Edomite, the devil, taking advantage of Elvis, making money off of him, and not giving him. When you see when you read the captions at the end of the movie, and then they start rolling the credits. The whole movie was about this last movie, Elvis, right? It was about Colonel Tom Parker, right? Who was a devil taking advantage of a Jake in the record business. When you watch the whole movie, just before they roll the ending credits, they say this is, and Colonel Tom Parker, the movie is about him. It's not even about Elvis. That movie, Elvis, the last one they just made, and the actor did a really good job too. The whole movie starts and ends with Colonel Tom Parker telling his story. The story of the devil. What does the devil do in the music industry? He feeds on Jake, on the talent, on the salt, okay, of the natural abilities, the blessings that Jake was given. Because the devil can't do it. So they found a white Jake, right? That they can actually, because it was 1956. Okay, you gotta watch the movie. Elvis, a so-called white boy who's actually a Jake, takes a Jake song, records it, and that changes everything. And it was a hard change at that time because everything, it was black and white. You see, niggas today, if you were born in the 80s, you don't understand that. You don't understand the rope, the color barrier, and all of that. You don't understand that. Right? Here it is, you know every fucking thing, but there's a lot that you fucking don't know. Why? Experience. You could go give counsel to a man twice your age, not know the fucking back of your hand. You don't know a goddamn thing. You're wet behind the ears. But you can give counsel to a grown-ass man. It's remarkable. I've seen it. I see it all the time. Right? Going back to order. But check those movies out. Go watch the Blues Brothers again. He keeps saying this. We're on a mission from God. Well, the men of the Lord, we're on a mission from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Okay? Let's get the mission. The mission statement. Yeah, I'm talking, oh, you just talking, you ain't brought out no scripture. Guarantee somebody will say that. That's your job. Some niggas' job is to, your job mission statement is to scoff the men of the Lord. Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. This is the mission. We're on a mission from God. Matthew 28:19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kadash. that believeth and is baptized, what does that mean? Washed in the word. Not getting your head filled. Preach the word. Be instant. Okay? That's the mission. We're on a mission from God. All right? Now, what is coming down the pike, if you will? What's coming down the pike? Stormy weather. Okay. Different variants. Pestilence. Famine. Food. Okay. Uproars of the people. He's over there. Persecution. He's over there. Your own brother. I got brothers right now salivating. As soon as that wanted poster goes up, these niggas are going to pounce. Salaki, let me adjust this camera. See if I can do it without destroying the situation here. Did I do it? Ah! Yes, it's a little rainy, wet thing. Is what it is. Most I ain't putting you through nothing that you can't sustain. Right? If it ain't raining, it ain't training. Look back on your career, if you will, in this truth, right? And think about all the hell that you've caught, right, in this thing. And, you know, I gotta say right now, at this moment, you know, there's some ailments, some body parts acting the damn fool, but other than that, you know, things are not. All right, Salakia. Got to keep my eye on this thing. It just went down. It does that sometimes. I think because I moved the camera. So janky now. Let's see if I can adjust it. That might work. All right, if it goes out, I'll just start it again. All right, so Salakia. Yeah, you can't let a little rain stop you. Right? Snow. We don't do snow here, you know. I gotta let another brother speak on that, right? We do heat here, okay? And right now, you know, it's the rainy season, it's the cold, and it ain't even been cold, right? But when it gets hot, when it gets 115, hey, here's what it is. Get you some Gatorade, get you some water, right? And you get your ass out there in the elements. You know how to fare. If you're from California, You know a couple of things. You know earthquakes. You know heat. You don't know snow, depending on where you're from. Now back east, they know snow, right? And I would have to ask for some assistance, right? From the brethren. If it winds up, we don't know. As we're pilgrims, we don't know where we're going to be. But wherever we're going to be, we're going to have the faith that the Most High is with us, right? While we endure until the end, whatever it takes, we can do what it takes.
Sorry.
Good, you good? Yep. Let's see. Get your daughter taken away for being in the truth, right? Somehow you're a bad person for preaching the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. People don't understand, right? What is going to befall you for, you're not fighting against me. You're being set up. And see, a brother has to understand that. The Most High will put you in a situation. He ain't coming after you. He's coming after your baby mama. That's why he put you with her, so that you can make it and she can be destroyed. Let's get that. Acts 5 and 39. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. I'm going to read it verbatim. Acts 5 and 39. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against God. So when your baby mama demonizes you, all right, for one thing, this is what happened to me in this truth. Uh-oh, you're pregnant, you're gonna have a baby. Everything's fine. You're gonna get together and do what grown folks do. Except for you're in this truth. Well, the truth is the only thing that's gonna deliver, protect, right? We haven't got there yet, but you gotta be tested, right? Part of the test is, I'm gonna split the family up. I'm gonna send her against you, right? Why? Not because you're a bad person. You're a bad person because you're preaching hate. No, I'm preaching the Bible. Oh, you're preaching hate. No, I'm preaching the Bible. God hates. Well, because of that, you're a bad person. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna make sure my daughter has nothing to do with it. So I'm gonna go down and this guy preaches and you putting the truth. on trial. Well, he believes that the white man is da-da-da-da, he hates da 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 da, and I don't want my daughter neither. What? No, this is what the Bible says. So, what is she doing? If it be not of God, read it again. This situation in itself, this is how I came into the truth. Came into the truth because I'm getting married, not married, having a child. How am I going to protect my child? How am I going to feed my child when this shit goes down? When all hell breaks loose, how am I going to protect myself? How am I going to protect? And this is 14, 15 years ago. All right. What does she do? She goes downtown, gets a lawyer, puts the truth on trial. He believes in this. He believes in UFOs. He believes in, right? Acts 5:39. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it. What? She put the truth on trial. You know, God and the prophecies and what's going to happen. But if it be of God, you cannot overthrow it. Guess what? Right? My daughter will be 14 in a couple of months. There have been, we had to go back and forth to the court about 3 good times. You know, every 5 years, just about, to have the same fight, right? This last time, shared custody, 50-50 across the board. Never missed a beat. There were times when I had 5 hours, 2 times a week, supervised visitation. Why? Because I'm in the truth. Okay? And, you know, when you look back, it was crazy during those times. You look back, you know, wasn't that bad. Right? That's what you have to do. These are the things. These are the tests. Right? Women leaving. Right? Oh, I can't be with you, or, you know, cheating, whatever. There have been things, trials, right? Tribulations, ailments, hernias, different things. And what you do is you fight into the fucking bitter end. And I gotta say, all right, here's what I knew from the start. Oh, this is gonna be a fight. It's gonna be hard. Da-da-da-da. I can do anything, right? And the reason that I say that is because I'm an 11 Bravo. Now, am I proud of that? And is that what is driving me on? First of all, let me say this. The Most High deemed that I go into the service when I was like 17, 18 years old. All right? And the reason that I could stand out here in the rain and think nothing of it, because I was taught during that time, if it ain't raining, it ain't training. And I remember clearly things that happened 40 years ago, before a lot of brothers were born. I remember being broken. Okay, you live in Fort Benning, Georgia. It rains non-stop, and you're out there. You gotta live. You gotta learn how to live in the rain. You have to eat in the rain. The rain is falling into your plate. You're so hungry, they got you working from the time you get out to the time you pass out. And you're hungry. You gotta eat. So the rain is falling on your breakfast, on your powdered eggs, a little bit of mush. It's just raining, and it's looking bad. You get to the point where little rain, shit. hungry. I'm gonna eat these eggs. The eggs are nasty. You're gonna eat them. They're green. Sam I Am, nigga, has there's reality in Sam I Am. You're eating the motherfucking green eggs happily. And a little rain, you get to the point. I remember being broken. Like, oh well, this is what I gotta do. You have to, and see, here was the mindset. You either deal with this or you get sent home and you don't make it. You don't get an honorable discharge. You got to get sent home with your tail between your legs. Are you going to let that happen? This is just basic training. This is in the beginning when they're breaking you. And let me say this. I wanted to do a video about long hair, okay? When you come into this truth, you're fucking going through basic training. You're joining the Most High's army. What is the first thing when you join the army? What are the first thing they do? The very first thing they do when you enlist, right? Even before you get a fucking uniform, they sit you in a chair and they cut all your fucking hair off. Cut it all off. Now, when I went into basic training, guess what? I didn't have to sit in the chair. My hair was, it was the style then. They called it, in California, they call cutting all your hair off, maybe a little part, they called it a New Yorker. I got a New Yorker, right? It's crazy back then. This is in the early 80s. So I had a New Yorker. I didn't have to get my hair cut because that was the style at the time. Right? Coming out of the Jerry curl or whatever. A lot of niggas had curls all the way up to 89 and 90. My hair was so thick a curl wouldn't take. Right? They used to talk about, nigga, your curl didn't take. But I didn't have to get a haircut. But I kept it cut. And then later, years later, I grew some dreads. Dreads came down, you know. As soon as I got in the truth, right, the elder apostle was like, you can't have long hair. You can't have it. He broke the scriptures down, and it took me less than maybe 3 months. My hair was down to here. Dreads. Got pictures. Same pictures that niggas went back into the world, brought the pictures into the truth and said, look at this guy, look at this guy. And got me kicked out of the truth. That's just the truth. Went back and look at him. He's effeminate. Look at his hair. He's got on tight jeans. Right? Cut the hair off. It's part of, right? Well, there was a movie. It was Utopia. And what's her name? Jessica Hyde. Jessica Hyde, the little girl was running away from Jessica Hyde. Jessica Hyde grabs her braid and yanks her back. Right? Grabbed her by the hair. And later on, the little girl, she was wrestling with her after the little fight. The little girl goes, bring me some, she's talking to the kid, the little boy. She goes, bring me some scissors. He goes to get some scissors. And she has him cut her big long braid off. He goes, why? And the little girl goes, because that bitch will never grab me by the braid again. Right? Even the girl said, to have long hair, you get in a fight, what's going to happen? How do you go into combat with long hair? There's no face masking rule on the battlefield. On the football field, face mask. You can't grab them by the face mask. Well, you can certainly grab them by the hair. If a nigga got dreads and a football helmet on, can you grab him by the dreads and sling this nigga around? There's no rule. I'm being stupid. I have to say, if it was cold out here, which is not, would be a little harder, right? To be wet. To be wet and cold, I mean, to be cold and wet is a little different than just being wet. Not cold. Got the boots on. My Gore-Tex is old now. Probably need some new Gore-Tex. These waterproof. Got to prepare yourself for the battle. Right? Let me read that again. That's a good description. Hey, how you gonna be not a soldier, but a pilgrim? How you gonna be a pilgrim if you ain't ready? If you haven't prepared? Acts 5:39. Salakia. No, wrong. You get pilgrim. Second Ezra 16:40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. Stop. Make you ready to the battle. See, when you go to read Pilgrim, right? Guess what? What comes up? The battle. Those two things go together. Well, be even as a pilgrim. See, brothers say that all the time. Pilgrim, pilgrim, pilgrim. Well, what does that mean? That means the enemy that came in like a flood. The who? Well, who do you fight on the battlefield? You fight the enemy. He already done came in like a flood. What does it mean the enemy shall come in like a flood? It means the army, the military. That means you're in the middle of a battle. And what does it say? Make you ready. You ain't ready to fight. It also means that you very well may have that spiritual power to fight. If you're not thinking ahead, here's how you go to war. You gotta be thinking. What if this happens, I'm gonna do this. If this happens, I'm gonna do this. You gotta have a plan. Right? You got to have a plan. Plan is to trust the Most High with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. You don't know what's going to happen out there, but you know you got to, follow these instructions. What does the instructions say? Get ready. You're ready to fight. Make thee ready to the battle. What does that mean? Get ready to fight. The enemy that came in like a flood. What does it mean to be a pilgrim? Pilgrim, nigga, you got to have your boots on, helmet, chin strap fastened. Know how to stay dry. Have some extra socks. Let me tell you, you know what? When you're in the rain, you're out there, you could die. If you don't know how to take care of your feet, you could die. Feet are wet. You're miserable. dry. Get extra socks and foot powder. Good pair of boots. Right? Your feet are dry, you got some peace of mind. Right? You know what makes you feel good? You're out there miserable. Brush your teeth, you feel good. Shit's all fucked up. Brush your teeth. These are the little things. You gotta keep your feet dry, man. In the book of Eli, what's the first thing that happens? Well, the first thing that happens is Denzel, he shoots a cat, right? That's the first thing that happens. He shoots a cat, got a little meat to eat, he's eating cat, shares the cat with the mouse. It's cat. You like this? He gets the oil, cat oil, right? He's being a pilgrim. He walks up, he gotta whoop some ass. Okay, he walks up, he goes into this house. A dude done hung himself. What is the first thing he does with the guy that hung himself? Gotta go back and watch the movie again. Guy hung himself, Denzel goes up, he looks at what? His boots. He takes his boots, puts the boots on, he does this little dance because he's got on some boots. Hey, boots are important. In combat, let me tell you, they call them combat boots. Right? Boots are very important in combat. Nigga got on some Vans and walks across some punji sticks, right? Feet wet. He wasn't ready. Let's read that again. Second Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you what? Ready. Make you ready to thy battle. How do you do that? Nigga, you need some boots. You need a couple of pairs of dry socks. When your socks get wet, you gotta change them motherfuckers. Put some foot powder. Keep your feet dry. But what if you can't keep it? You're a nigga. That's what if. You're a nigga. That's what. But what if you can't keep your feet dry? Well, nigga, when you walk in and you see a nigga done hung himself, which is probably you take that nigga's boots. Make you ready to thy battle. To thy what? Hey, Denzel wasn't out there battling? Go watch the book of Eli again and learn some shit. What was the book? It was the scriptures. What was he doing? He was being us. Did he have spiritual power? Yes. Did the enemy come in like a flood? Yes. Did he endure until the end? Yes. Barely. He scarcely made it. Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take you unto the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. Guess what? We're in the evil day. Just started. And having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Here's the armor. Gird up with truth. And having on the breastplate, there's your breastplate, of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, you can't just blow by that. Above all, more than everything else, taking the shield of faith. Faith is a shield, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Faith. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word. You got to have that word firmly entrenched. And prayer. Gird up. Make thyself ready to the battle. This is the first time in years that the Most High rained down on me. And it's all right. It's a sign. Sign of what? Sign of things to come. All right? It's a sign that here comes the rain, nigga. Gird up. Been a minute since I had to put these boots on. I put on, came out here in my house shoes for comfort, right? Can't do that in the rain. It's time to rehab the knee. Lay on hands, get yourself ready for long walks with a rucksack on your back if need be. All right? So with that, all right? It's a little pep talk, you know? These times that we're going into. Hey, this devil is this is the calm before the storm. Oh, ain't no more calm. We're in the storm. Storm is here. And that's when that devil is going to strike. Right? He's going to strike. All right? So with that, we're just going to close the camp. Right? Gird up your loins for the battle. What? The battle that you're in. All right? Be ready to be a pilgrim out here. You're in the middle of a war. All right? So with that, we're going to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, the elder bishops of GMS, and all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shalom.